After being on the opposite end of the greatest trick play in A7FL history, the New Jersey Savage look to protect their record and their turf as the Gators attempt to chomp on their 1-1 record. I'm Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Corey, how's it going?
Good, man. Just off a game here earlier, but we got the game of the week. Real good game. I'm looking forward to it. Savage coming off a tough loss last week. But the Gators, their first time on TV this year, and the Gators are always one of those teams to watch, Jack.
And we are underway here at Asbury Park Stadium. That one will bounce near the end zone, stay in play, and be returned. Here we go. It's a 1-on-2, one man way back deep, playing the safety type role. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line where the Savage will take over offensively. A
little bit of space there, but that's the job for the 3-on-1 team, right? When you throw it off, you keep them from getting back to the 50-yard line. It's a great job.
And it is Fitz-G at quarterback for the Savage right here. Looking to start things out offensively for him. Like you said, they've been off to a tough start offensively. We'll see if Fitz-G can turn it around for him. Takes the first snap. Looking for the screen pass. Has it complete to Bell. Picks up a couple yards before he's taken down.
Now, it's only like 2-3 yards on the gain, but still a good way to keep the chains moving, staying in front of the sticks. And you see they got some wide receivers out there. Now, Troy Nasir Smith, number 3, is coming out. I like to see him in more. Nothing doing against his former team, BIC, last week. Let's see what he can do. But, 1st and 10, you got to complete the pass to Q Bell. Move the chains just a little bit. It'll be 2nd and 7. Not a bad start.
And it'll be Fitz-G back in the shotgun once again, running back to his right.
I think that's Bigga Hayes back at running back, so we'll see Mayweather soon, but at least to start the game, they don't have their heavy hitter in yet.
So Fitz-G with Hayes to his right, man in motion is Bell. He takes a snap. Hands off, up the middle. A nice little gain there. That'll push him close to the first down marker for a 3rd down.
It's a very, very simple, easy play on 2nd and 7. Just kind of testing the defense here early in this game. A lot of metaphors are sometimes used for heavyweight fights, and this is just another jab thrown by the Savage offense. So it'll be 3rd and 1, and they got a lot of options here. Fitz-G has been known as a guy who can run around, but he's more of a passer, especially I think later in his career here. So Maybe they get that run-pass option with the quarterback and see if they can get Fitz-G on the edge.
Yeah, it looked like that was what they were setting up there before he elected to hand it off to Hayes. He's back in the shotgun once again. Man in motion is Bell, running back to his right, takes a snap, and he takes it himself. That'll be more than enough for the first down the left side. A nice gain there by Fitz-G, and the Savage offense is moving down the field here pretty well.
Yeah, it's a good way to start the game. Nice, easy plays, get your quarterback in rhythm. I think their quarterbacks have not been in rhythm the past 2 weeks. Even against the Hawks, a win that they got, the weather was really tough. So, it's been a while since these Savage quarterbacks have been in rhythm. And I think those first 3 plays show that they're going to just take what the defense gives them. And McQueen, who is a former D1 athlete at Cincinnati, he's managing the game well, at least to start in this first quarter.
Fitz-G, again, back in the same set with Hayes to his right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Takes the snap, hands off to Hayes. He's got some room on the right side. He's breaking free, has a blocker in front, and a huge gain, more than enough for the first down. Picks up about 17, and they're all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Now, that's what you like to see from Savage. You have the offensive line open up huge holes for their running backs, whether it's Bigga Hayes Carter, as we see right here, or if they eventually get into Charles Irvin or, like I said, Money Mayweather out of the backfield. when you have an offense that can run the ball and get yards, it opens up the play action. It makes the cornerbacks a little nervous against the run, and it makes the pass game open up real big.
So we'll see if they can continue this great movement offensively after a couple big gains. Nice carrier vision there by Hayes as well. Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium. The New Jersey Savage taking on the Baltimore Gators. We got a penalty flag here on the line. We'll see which way that goes. And I believe it was an incidental flag. So 1st and 10 now. Fitz-G takes the snap, looking to throw, looking deep. That one knocked away, incomplete. If you love what you're watching and you want to keep it going all week long, join A7FL Nation on social media and get in on the action. You want highlights? We got crazy highlights from all the games around the league, plus all the amazing jukes, the big hits, and how about a behind-the-back touchdown pass? Like and follow the A7FL on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and you can always find our latest news at a7fl.com. Again, that's a7fl.com.
So the incomplete pass there from Fitz didn't really throw into double coverage, but a little bit better effort from the wide receiver on that throw.
So now the 2nd and 10, a handoff. It's Hayes again, right up the middle, picking up about 5. So a nice 2nd down gain there puts them in a more manageable spot on 3rd down. You have to assume this is 4-down territory.
Well, that's just good play calling because, look, after a missed pass on 1st down, now it's 3rd and manageable. It's 3rd and 5. The defense really doesn't know what they're going to see here. It could be a run. It could be a pass as number 3, Nazir Smith, a.k.a. Troy, comes in at wide receiver. But you got to be impressed with what Fitz-G's been doing. A lot of people have been calling for him to come in. He's one of those guys that, even 2 years ago when Corey Price was the Savages quarterback, it was Fitz-G that came in, midway through the 3rd quarter in the playoffs. It provided a spark at quarterback. So it's good to see them going to him. He calls a good game. He comes out with a trips right on the bottom of your screen. And like I said, he can throw the ball, but his legs have already proven a weapon in this game.
3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line, and obviously they have to punch it in, but I think this has been a great drive so far for the Savage. Fitz-G takes the snap in the shotgun. Looks to scramble up the middle, but he's taken down for a big loss.
Wow. Now, look, you got 3 offensive line for the Savage. Well, they got Red Raiders on their jersey, and they're just standing around. That's not going to be a good look for any of the quarterbacks back there, and it'll be 4th and 10, and even though or 12, and even though they'll probably go for it, that's just a really bad play when you get sacked on 3rd and short.
Take another look at this one. Looks like it might have been Anthony Scott getting in there and taking Fitz-G down one-on-one, and it makes it a long 4th and 11 from the 30. 4th and 12, actually, from the 32-yard line. Hayes with a big start to this game for the Savage. 2 rushes for 23 yards. So we'll see what they decide to do here on 4th down. Probably going to go through the air here.
Yeah, top of the screen, you got Q Bell, number 6, Nazir Smith, a.k.a. Mr. Incredible, number 3. If I'm the quarterback, I'm looking to that Twins left.
Fitz-G takes the shotgun snap, throws it up, and that is way too strong. I believe he was targeting Smith at the top there.
Yeah,
and
it's not a good throw. He's a little bit concerned with the rush, I think, there. A good first drive for the Savage, but falls up short, and the Gators make the plays that they needed to force the turnover, and that's number 4, V-Man, with the coverage. The pass just wasn't there, but the reason it wasn't there and it wasn't going to be a wide-open touchdown is because of the good coverage from the slot corner.
Yeah, you put yourself in a really tough spot on 4th and 12 there. So a good drive ultimately falls short in 3 straight. So we'll see what they decide to do here on 4th down. Probably going to go through the air here.
Yeah, top of the screen, you got Q Bell, number 6, Nazir Smith, a.k.a. Mr. Incredible, number 3. If I'm the quarterback, I'm looking to that Twins left.
Fitz-G takes the shotgun snap, throws it up, and that is way too strong. I believe he was targeting Smith at the top there.
Yeah,
and
it's not a good throw. He's a little bit concerned with the rush, I think, there. A good first drive for the Savage, but falls up short, and the Gators make the plays that they needed to force the turnover, and that's number 4, V-Man, with the coverage. The pass just wasn't there, but the reason it wasn't there and it wasn't going to be a wide open touchdown is because of the good coverage from the slot corner.
Yeah, you put yourself in a really tough spot on 4th and 12 there. So a good drive ultimately falls short in 3 straight, 2 incompletions and then the one turning into a sack.
Fitz talking to Troy here, asking for a little bit of a deeper post route. A little bit of miscommunication on the new quarterback and the new wide receiver, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gators as we see John Gauze for the first time under center.
Yeah,
for the Baltimore.
I think the Savage got to be pretty happy with that first drive, the way they moved the ball. Just got to finish next time. So now Ace Boogie will take over for the Gators. Got a running back to his right, and we'll see how they start things out offensively. Man in motion. Ace Boogie takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw, looking deep, and heaves one up into single coverage. Caught! A huge gain for the Gators on 1st down, and they cross midfield all the way near the 35-yard line.
Now, John Gauze is one of those better quarterbacks in this league. Puts a dime to his receiver number 0, but long live Pound. But let's be honest. Total perfect protection. He's back there for 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. And if you're going to make your cornerbacks cover these Baltimore playmakers down the field, it's not going to be for 5-6 seconds and be successful.
One of the unique things about the A7FL is that fans have a chance to become shareholders. That's right, you can own part of a new sports league. Imagine if you could have gotten in early on the NFL, NBA, or UFC. If you love football and you want to help us continue to grow and set up new divisions around the country, the A7FL is doing a crowdfunding equity campaign as we see Ace Boogie scrambling, and here's a completion. Moving down the field, he's got blockers ahead. Taken down, almost taken down, still up near the 3-yard line. Finally taken down, a huge gain. And with 2 plays, the Gators have spanned almost the entire field.
Now, in 2 plays, John Gauze has shown exactly what he can do. If you give him time in the backfield, he's going to pick you apart with pinpoint accuracy, big throws down the field. And then when they come with the pressure, he gets off of his base, finds his running back wide open by himself, completely uncovered because they're concerned with the quarterback. And then that's just poor tackling by the Savage. So as much as you want to give the Savage credit for a very nice first drive that looked okay, they're not tackling people and they're not covering people. And if the Gators are allowed to do this all game, it might be 40-0 before the game's over.
It was Angelo Lewis breaking way free and picking up the big gain. We'll see if Ace Boogie can punch it in here from the 3. 1st and goal. In the shotgun. Hands it off, and the ball is loose, and it rolls out of bounds. It looks like it might have been a miscommunication in the backfield between Ace Boogie and Angelo Lewis after they hooked up for the big play, the play prior.
Yeah. Snags, number 25, Angelo Lewis, also known as Snags Sosa. He's one of the biggest talkers in the A7FL, but he's also got that elite-level speed. You saw on the previous play on the dump-off that they got him, wide open in the backfield. He's hard to get, but on a toss like that, I don't know what the Gators are doing. The Savage. Now, Jack, when you have it 1st and goal in the A7FL, there's no guaranteed 3 points here with a chip shot field goal. They have to actually punch it in. So let's see what the Savage defense can do if they can get that goal line stand.
Yeah, and we'll see if that miscue on the 1st down comes back to hurt him. Not a big loss, only about 1 yard. Now Ace Boogie right up the middle. He's got room, and he's in for a touchdown. And the Gators take a quick 6-0 lead.
Wow, and when you have so much speed on offense, when you send Snag Sosa on that zip back and forth motion, they completely lose contain on the quarterback. So John Gauze just takes the easy 5 yards up the middle of the field, and Savage looks like they're devastated after a really easy drive by the Gators on that first drive. What you don't want to see here is finger pointing, and with the way that the Gators are high octane right now, could get ugly quick.
Ace Boogie has a man wide open. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is up to 8-0.
And after that drive, Savage needs to talk. They have no idea what they're doing on defense. Offense, they had a pretty good drive. They got stalled after a big sack by the Gators, but the Gators did not come up I-95 to do anything other than dominate this game.
I mean, Antoine Matthews could add a barbecue back there with all the open space he was awarded, and that is just too easy for the Gators.
4 plays, 67 yards from the Gators, and that's easy 67 yards and real quick.
Way too easy. As this throw-off bounces back into play, it'll be returnable. Again, the Gators going with that 2 defenders up front and easily taking down the return man inside the 20-yard line, so they keep a man back for safety purposes, and it doesn't even matter. The 2 take him down early.
That was almost a 2-on-1, but a great defensive play. That snagged Sosa. He's always getting in there with his mouth, with his with big-time runs, but it just shows you their starting running back they put in on him 3-on-1 because of how important that special teams play is for the A7FL.
And you mentioned his speed offensively playing a factor there as he was able to track down the return man, and now very poor starting field position at the 14. The Savage will take over 1st and 10.
Long game, Jack, and the Savage, they got plenty of time left, and after a pretty good first drive, they look here. They start with Bigga Hayes in the backfield and Q Bell at the top of your screen.
And so it's going to be Fitz-G at quarterback, like you mentioned. Hayes behind him, and this one is handed off to Hayes up the middle, spinning for a couple yards, but not much of a gain. So the Gators up front at about the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Now they're zooming in on Nick Mays, known as the Mean Machine. He's normally number 15. He's actually changed his jersey number to 5. He's one of those all-around just good football players. He's playing D end right now. You'll see him at tight end on offense. Watch number 5 for the Gators making a huge impact play here, whether it's now or pretty soon on this drive.
So they got a couple of yards there, about 2nd and 7 now for the Savage. Quick screen outside to Bell. Bell going to get it near the first down marker. Might be a bit short, but it actually looks like they're going to give him a pretty favorable spot and move the chains.
Is that Nick Mays on the tackle too? So the quick screen, the quick stuff that Savage has been doing has been able to move the. Now it's 1st and 15. You're behind the sticks. So that game that Fitz-G is trying to call, it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, the discipline hurting them early. This one handed off to Hayes. He's got some room ahead. Breaks a tackle, gets free. The ball came loose, and there's no whistle as the Gators look to take this one all the way. Taken out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, we have all kinds of officials on the field. Officials in red for the Savage, officials in scales for the Gators. Wow, Jack, for a team that wants to get off the schneid from a bad week last week where their first half they scored 0 points against BIC. They didn't score a touchdown until like the 4th quarter last week against BIC. For them to have started the game with a drive to start, no points, then an easy defensive let-up to the Gators, and now a huge turnover in their own territory. This is not how you want to start an A7FL football game.
So Boogie in the shotgun, has a running back to his right, hands it off, up the middle, pushing for yards. Looks like he gets down near the 5.
Now that's the one thing that the Savage have always been able to do, is they're not going to let you just push them around.
So after
really
Vincent Ura forced the fumble, Ace Boogie and the Gators trying to punch it in, and they do. Another easy touchdown.
Wow.
And they have a 14-0 lead still pending the extra point.
Now I said that you can't do that to the Savage, but you don't even see Isaac out there.
Man in motion takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, has a man. It looked like it was intended for Manziel. It's going to fall incomplete, but a flag flies out, and we'll see. It looks like the positioning of the flag would mean pass interference, and that is indeed going to be the call.
Now, I didn't see it, and normally I'm the one that's going to be the first one to skew offense, but a rare miss on the throw for John Gauze, so I guess the Zebras just decided that, it's got to be some kind of penalty if he's not throwing a dime, right?
Yeah, I didn't love that call as well.
They're not going to see
it from this angle. On the field, I didn't love the call. I mean, I guess he had the backhand wrapped around him, and that's kind of like the point of emphasis.
Was it catchable? I don't know. Was it catchable? But again,
that's a tough one.
It's another 2-point conversion from the 5.
And we'll see if they can convert once again. Ace Boogie takes the snap, fakes the handoff, the slant, batted down.
That's Quentin Bragg.
And that's a big stop for the Savage to keep it only a 14-point game. So now 2 scores and 1-point conversions would tie it up.
This might be their chance on the 3-on-1 to make a big play to try to swing momentum here, Jack.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you could make a big play here on a throw-off, you could at least try and turn things around momentum-wise, but they haven't been able to do much.
Well, they're going to get that running start off of a foul on the throw.
Goes out of bounds. You're not allowed to throw the ball out of bounds on a throw-off after a touchdown. So this is going to be a run back for Prelu, meaning he will start with the ball on the 25-yard line.
Now, Kenny's got some speed here, and although Gators, one of the things they're known for, team speed, it might be a wash here, but that running start on this 3-on-1 is a huge advantage for the return team. Let's see if the Savage can swing momentum here with a big return.
Yeah, Snag Sosa out there, the running back, once again for the Gators, so he will probably be one of the keys here trying to track down Prelu. And so here we go. Starts the return. They leave Snag Sosa back. A one-on-one and a great tackle out there. It looked like number 11 for the Gators, DK. They start in a pretty good spot here at the 44-yard line. We'll see if Fitz-G can get something going for him in their third drive now. They turned it over on the first play last drive, and here's a handoff to Hayes. He gets about 2 before he's taken down.
Yeah, Hayes Carter has had a pretty good game to start here with yardage-wise on, let's say like 6 carries. But that fumble to start, not so great. And then here on first down, they only get the inches there to be 2nd and 10. And again, look at that man. That's that man mean machine, Nick Mays, number 5, making the play at the edge.
The ripped jersey. Intimidation factor.
Their jerseys are always ripping. Those are nice jerseys with the Gator scales.
I like them.
But the one thing I don't like is when the guys, they have like the real flowing, like big, huge shirts underneath. It doesn't look like Gator skin. But here it'll be 2nd and 8 for Fitz-G in the Savage offense.
Yep, Fitz-G in the shotgun once again, running back to his right. Hands this one off against the Hayes Carter. He gets an edge on the left side. He'll take it out around the first down marker, and it looks like he will get the spot and move the chains.
Look, one of the keys to the Savage we said was going to be Mayweather. It looks like they're going to keep the ball on the ground. That's 6 rushes for 50 yards for Hayes with the fumble. You see Chick in there, number 22 at wide receiver, it looks like. You got Q Bell, Shedrick Goodridge, number 17 for the Savage. Fitz-G is keeping it on the ground. He's keeping a good game here, managing the game. But to win this game against the Gators, especially against John Gauss, who so far has been lights out in the air, you're going to have to see them throw to these dynamic playmakers all over the field. And none of them are better than Chick, number 22, out there, who, to be honest, Jack said he was going to play with me this year.
3rd and 1 from about the 35-yard line. We'll see what Fitz-G can do here. Decides to take it himself, pushing the pile forward, and they will give him the spot, so that will move the chains on 3rd down. And so the drive continues for the Savage. We'll see if they can make something happen. I love your point, though. They got to start going to the air. They got some weapons out there.
They don't have to force it, right, Jack? They are running the ball.
But you have to work it in at some point.
They do have, here's the replay, and when you need 1 yard, Fitz-G says, all right, I can hobble around for 1 yard still in my career. Back in the day, he might have been able to break that, but this is an A7FL that's kind of left me and Fitz-G's legs behind.
So that is the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break here on the Fight app, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The New Jersey Savage trailing 14-0 to the Baltimore Gators. Fitz-G under center, hands this one off to Hayes Carter. He's got some room on the outside, brings it for close to a first down. I'd say he got at least 10 yards there.
They're saying it's 10 or 11 yards, and that's big of Hayes Carter again. He's up over 60 yards in the first quarter. The Savage clearly have a game plan. They usually do have a bigger offensive line than the defensive line for the Gators. And Big Hayes is making a difference. Now, to our point before that they're going to have to pass the ball here, I mean, eventually they're going to have to pass the ball, but if they keep churning the ball like this, the Gators are going to run out of steam by the end of the fourth quarter.
So that is already 7 carries for 58 yards for Big Hayes Carter.
I gave him a couple extra yards. Twins right at the top of your screen. Those are 2 good wide receivers, Q Bell and Chick.
Fitz-G takes the snap, hands it off once again to Hayes Carter. He is stuffed at the line, might be taken down for a loss. And, I wonder if they keep giving the ball to Hayes Carter, if eventually it's going to get figured out and ruin what's been going so well for him throughout a quarter.
I mean, the thing is, in my opinion, is the creativity in which you keep giving the running back the ball, right? This is just a straight handoff, and after a while, number 19 who's playing middle linebacker back there for the Gators. He's like, yeah, I know what's coming to me. But when you have the type of playmakers that Savage has, and you're like me, I'm sure at home you're the same way. You just want to see them make a big play in the air.
And so here we go. See if they go to the air. 2nd and 11 from the 26. And here goes Fitz G, scampering up the middle, has some room, a nice gain.
All right, Fitz, that was a little bit of a disrespect earlier on the
back
3rd
to
and
his
1
heyday.
run. Back on the 3rd and 1, I certainly couldn't have gotten that 9, 10 yards on that. But again, it's another pretty creative run play. You got the Twins right at the top of the screen, and the Gators are honoring that. But the big offensive line for Savage just getting some room, and then the ball carriers are just kind of knifing straight up field, getting yards.
Yeah, good work by the line and good work by Fitz G finding the hole and following the blockers.
Now, after a while, though, Jack, you get that 5 yards, that 6 yards, that 9 yards on the ground. The field continues to shrink. Yep. Now it's harder to throw that pass. It's harder to throw with only a total of 30 yards to the back of the end zone, or 20 yards to the back of the end zone. So they go in a base, chick at the top of your screen.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Fitz G takes the snap, lobs one up, corner of the end zone. It's Bell! He makes the catch for a touchdown!
And when you have wide receivers like that, you have to throw the ball. Q Bell making his hands known. Touchdown, Fitz G to Q Bell.
And you see the replay here. I mean, a perfect ball from Fitz G on the money. Bell goes up and gets it.
Look at the coverage on that play. Look at the coverage on that play. And if you're playing defense for the Gators right now, you're sick. What a play by Bell. But let's be honest. That's an even better throw by Fitz G.
Only where Bell could get it.
It was great coverage. And when you throw a fade and you throw it to Bell, you got a good chance because he's one of the best receivers in this league.
The 1-point conversion. Fitz G dropping back, throws again. That one is low, and we'll see if they give it to him. It looked like it bounced off the blue turf.
Oh, I was going to give it to him.
4 plays, 44 yards, and a touchdown pass to cap it off as the Gators get set to return. It's DK on the return. 3 defenders converging. A stiff arm gets to the sideline, shakes loose. He's got some room on the right side. It's a foot race.
Oh,
at the 40. He's at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Gators.
Hey, let's talk about it, right? Who's on the 3-on-1 for the Gators? They're fastest guys, right? Who's on the 3-on-1 for the Savage? You got Kenny Prelu, who's obviously fast, but then you got a backup quarterback right now, CJ, and you got Shedrick Goodrich, who's a tight end. Shedrick is a UFC-type MMA fighter. His grip is awesome. Misses the tackle right here.
You got to get him down right there.
Or you gotta converge on him. And then let's be honest. CJ is not supposed to be out here. He can throw it, but he has lost a step. And once he gets past CJ, Kenny Prelu has to run past his own defensive player to try to make the play, and that's what the 3-on-1 will do for you. We were talking about how the Savage are changing momentum. They're easily moving the ball down the field with their big offensive line, and then this big, huge special teams play from the Gators says peace on the way, and Kenny Prelu was not fast enough to catch him before the touchdown.
The disrespect. And CJ, not only did he not catch him, but he almost made Prelu go out of his course to get around him.
CJ has done a lot of great things in this league, and if you're going to start talking trash on CJ, you're a jerk. But he should not be out there trying to make a tackle. That is a quarterback. I couldn't do it. I know for sure.
We'll see if they can convert the 2-point conversion from the 10. Ace Boogie trying to shift around. Nice defensive convergence from the Savage.
And that's Ole Bell with the, we'll call that a sack. I mean, I don't necessarily, I throw picks on these conversions because it's not really like a time down. But
he takes the snap, hands off. And no gain, a big loss, actually. It looks like it's going to be a loss of about 5 for the Savage there.
Yeah, we got all kinds of boogies here on this Gators team. That's Sly Boogie. Now, he's a good receiver. I've seen him make huge plays at receiver. He's picked me off at corner back in the day. We're talking about maybe circa 2016. I have never seen him play D-end, and he's coming off the edge right now, unblockable, making a play in the backfield on the Big Hayes Carter run.
And I was wondering coming into this drive if you would see a different approach to it from the Savage after that beautiful ball for the touchdown.
Well, they're trying to run the ball. They came in this game. I don't know if the game plan, no matter what the score is, if it's 30 to 6 later, if they're going to keep running the ball. But the game plan is to run the ball. They do have the Twins at the top of your screen and Fitz G in the shotgun under center.
So now it's Fitz G taking the snap, looking to throw, lofts one up, and that's going to be intercepted. No
That's
receiver in sight. The Gators bringing it back, a blocker in front, out near the 20, inside the 10, the 5, pick 6 for the Baltimore Gators. They are scoring all sorts of ways.
They're scoring on offense, on special teams, now on defense. You guys got Nick Mays, the mean machine, is doing backflips here early in Asbury Park.
And we'll see if the Savage can respond. I mean, if for nothing else than pride at this point.
Let's even call the kickoff return for a touchdown. Well, not kickoff, throw-off return for a touchdown. That's almost like a turnover type play too.
And so that one into the end zone looks like it'll be a touchback as they take the kneel down, and they'll start at the 20.
Savage has come into this game, and what they wanted to do was push the Gators around. But when you have team speed like the Gators do, and they're scoring touchdowns easily every single time, you're going to have to come up with big plays if you're the Savage. You can't just keep matriculating the ball downfield like you're Hank Stram, like our producer Matt Ryan would like to say.
So we have 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Another handoff. It's Big Hayes Carter. I'd say he gets about 7 or 8 there.
It's a great run. It's a great run. And if it's 12-6 right now, the Gators are worried, but it's 26-6, and it looks like the Gators are almost like, sure, do that.
And the fact of the matter is now the clock continues to tick away. That's another 15 to 20 seconds in between plays. And although you're getting 7 to 8 there, you'll have another run 2 to 3 yards maybe, and then a loss of 2.
How long did it take the Gators to score all their points? Less than a minute, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take the Savage to score their 6 points?
Even
like a 5-minute drive.
4-play drive was a pretty long 2 or 3 minute drive.
Yeah, because it's a ton of time because you're running the ball. The clock is moving. Your big offensive linemen are walking up to the line, getting set. It's tough sledding right now.
Fitz G in the shotgun. Hands off once again to Hayes Carter. Drags a defender for a first down. Still another short game, though.
I don't know if it's just me and it's just my sensibilities as a quarterback, but when I'm down 26-6, I'm looking into the huddle and I'm telling them, look, the ball's in my hand right now. Like, yeah, we can run the ball. Yeah, offensive line, you can block. But I'm putting the ball in my hand, and I know that I have great hands out there in Q-Bell. I know that I have great route running ability and a big play potential with Chick, number 22. I want to see Fitz G take over this game because he's been waiting for this opportunity for years, it seems. Let's see if the Gators can stop the pass. Obviously, the last time they put it in the air, Fitz G threw an interception for a touchdown, but you can't be scared back there. They gotta get airborne. They gotta get some big plays quick.
Yeah, I would have thought after the touchdown it would have given them some confidence to go to the air, but they have not done so. So Fitz G once again takes a shotgun snap, fires one in the air, almost caught. Great concentration from Chick, but it falls incomplete. If you're just joining us here, Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. Thank you for joining us, A7FL on Fight.
Yeah, they promised us rain, and I don't, barely a little bit this morning.
Yeah,
this is
early.
Way better than week 1.
Oh my God,
week one was not conducive for football.
Last week was beautiful, but this week is kind of the in between, and you got to be pretty happy with it. The Gators like it for sure. You could see with the 26-6 lead right now.
Yo, those Gators got awesome jerseys. What if I want to buy some Gators stuff, Jack?
Well, if you do want to buy some Gator stuff, you want an official A7FL football, you want to wrap your favorite team, the A7FL merch store is now open and we've got you covered. For 2021, we've partnered with Augusta Sportswear, the official uniform supplier of the A7FL, so you can get your American Sevens football gear at a7fl.com/gear.
Nick Mays with the ripped shirt jersey might have to get on a7fl.com.
The handoff to Big Hayes Carter takes it for about a yard. Again, that's a7fl.com/gear. Definitely check it out. I don't know if you've seen the store. They got some really nice stuff in there.
Yeah, go buy some Renegades gear. I don't know if they have any Iceman stuff for Corey Hammond. I don't think we own the rights to that type of.
Have to talk to George Gervin about that trademark.
Oh, I always think it's more the Marvel Iceman, right? Got smiles on the Gators where that's a fun smile. That's a, hey, everything's going perfect for us. Let's keep this going smile. Look at the smiles on the Savage side. That's the laughing at ourselves. Damn, this is getting tough here type of smile. So look, Gators come out. They have speed on the field. They got a quarterback that can throw it, can run it, can call a good game. The Savage are in a really tough spot.
Ace Boogie, he's been on the sideline for a while, so let's see if they can turn it around and get back working offensively. Fakes the toss.
They love that fake
Looks deep downfield, a one-on-one, just out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Antoine Matthews deep downfield, and I mean, they are not taking the foot off the gas pedal.
I got somebody in my ear. Here, shout out to Matt Ryan. I'm not even going to take this, but here's a quote that I just got. Who are the real savages in this game? Because the Gators right now, they're up 26-6. They just threw their patented play action toss deep. And did John Gauls miss? Yeah, he missed.
But he had him.
But the fact is that they're going for the jugular still, and the Savage still have to guard against the jugular, which means that everything 50 yards and down is still going to be open. Wow.
Yeah, you mentioned the smiles and the laughing on the Gator sideline, but they are still locked in.
They're locked in, but they're having fun.
Yeah,
so why not run the score up? We didn't come up here to Asbury Park, New Jersey from Baltimore to just walk out of here with an okay win.
Ace Boogie
going
fakes
deep
the
again,
screen,
maybe.
looking over the middle, and that one is just through the hands of Sly Boogie.
Yeah, Sly Boogie on the Facebook was trying to talk trash about my game, man. Bro, you can't be on Fight TV dropping a wide open potential touchdown because Sly's got some speed. If you're going to call me out for being slow and white and never being able to run the ball, you better make some plays, brother.
If our fellow commentator LJ Smith was here, he would have said he needs 25 for that one.
Yeah, I don't count push-ups because I can't catch. I've never seen LJ Smith catch in a game. So.
Oh, and a man free on the sideline, and the pass falls short. That would have been a walk-in touchdown.
So look, Jack, they've patented this. They rush to the line. They look like Snags is going out of bounds. He's not in the game. If they go back to the replay on it, the reason he's wide open is because they're doing that sneak thing. I don't know.
I mean, this is a chance to capitalize, though.
Wait, so he has 3 incompletions on that drive, so he's got to be 2 for 5.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and it's not 2 for 4, it's 2 for 5. No offense to our stat guys, yeah. No offense to our stat guys, but, like, I'm doing the math in my head, and it's like, wait, hold on, geometry.
This one's going to be returnable here. You see him sending 2 defenders. Now all 3 of them converging, and there is just no chance for the Savage return game. I mean, incredible job defensively by the Gators.
Look. Number 11 for Savage, he's got dreads, so he's fast and he's got skill, right? But when he's running as fast as he can, the Gators are still just jogging. They're so fast.
The A7FL is proudly sponsored by Biohemp Plus. Unlike other pro football leagues, the A7FL's athletes have day jobs. After spending Sunday playing American Sevens football, they need to recover quickly to be ready for Monday morning. Biohemp Plus is specifically formulated to support your immune and central nervous system to help alleviate pain. Plus, when you go to biohempplus.com and use promo code A7FL, you'll get 20% off your order and free shipping, and you can enter to win a free 6-month supply of CBD. That's biohempplus.com, promo code A7FL, Biohemp Plus, redefining your CBD experience.
Also, don't forget there, it says on the thing, for your pets, too. Get your pets some CBD, bro.
Don't be selfish. Fitz G in the shotgun again. Looking to throw. A nice slant route has Bell. And that one's going to be a nice about 6 or 7 yard gain going through the air now.
In the A7FL, if you have a quarterback that can throw a spiral relatively close to where the receiver's supposed to be, which is sometimes a struggle for these teams, that is always going to be there, that slant. So you got Q Bell, one of the best wide receivers in this league. We talked about. He's got great hands. You easily get 8 yards on that quick throw, and that's going to get Fitzg in more rhythm. What they've been doing is almost like boom or bust with Fitzg. It's like he's dropping back, and then he's trying to throw 10, 20, 30-yard passes. Let him get in a little bit of a rhythm. Now, he's the offensive coordinator for himself. As you see, he's calling the play right there. But, the Gators almost opened the door for a late drive here from the Savage to kind of trying to get there. As you see, Nick Mays smiling, doing the Gator chomp with his hands with a ripped jersey. Get to a7fl.com, Nick. You need another jersey. But it'll be base formation here for the Savage. Fitz-G in the shotgun. Big Hayes next to him.
Handoff to Big Hayes Carter, and he is going to be taken down for a big loss on this one.
Now, there's 2 minutes left in this half, and they've been running the ball. Great. As another player from the Gators jersey rips, you gotta. Those jerseys specifically are not from a7fl.com. If you go to a7fl.com and you buy a jersey from us, they will be much better quality.
Here we go. Fitz-G in the shotgun.
3rd and 5.
Nice pressure, almost taken down, and now they'll converge on him for the big sack, and that'll bring up a 4th and a country mile.
Maybe that's why you run the ball, because your offense right now is just not suited to do what you need to do with 2 minutes left in the clock. It looks like they're almost happy to take it to the half, down 20 points to a Gators team that looks like it's too easy right now.
So we check out the replay on this one. I mean, it was just a crew of Gators converging on him and nowhere to go for Fitz-G.
It looks like, based on their last drive, that they're probably going to take some shots. So the Savage cannot just sit back here and just let it go to halftime. John Gauze and the Gators are out for New Jersey blood right now, as there's a trips at the bottom of our screen.
Ace Boogie back at quarterback. Like you said, 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Takes the snap, quick screen, and that'll go for maybe a couple yards, about back to the original line of scrimmage, but a penalty flag flies out.
I'm not sure what that is. It could be holding. A smart football play right here is you take it to halftime. But smart and ruthless, I don't think, are going to be on the same page for the Gators, and their game plan right now is to make plays.
Ace Boogie takes the snap, throws over the middle. It's Manziel making the reception.
There's that slant.
Antoine Matthews on the reception.
There's that slant. Any requisite quarterback that can throw a spiral that's near somebody, every single down in this league has that slant. And when it was just first and almost 30, and now it's 2nd and 12 off that easy throw and catch there by the Gators.
Yeah, nice job by Matthews hauling it in through the contact. As the clock runs down here in the first half, we'll see if the Gators can add on to the 20-point lead. Boogie at quarterback once again. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 in motion, coming across. It's Matthews. Boogie back to throw, lofts one up. This one falls short. He had Nick Mays in double coverage, so no dice on that one.
Now I say a lot of real positive things about John Gauze, but you see there, if you're a young quarterback playing football and you want to learn something right there, the reason that pass was not anywhere near his intended target is because when the rush came, John Gauze, Ace Boogie, is leaning back on his back foot, and that's why the ball went straight into the ground. So great defensive play there by John Gauze's feet, which, to be honest, Jack, the best defensive plays here by the Savage have been the inaccuracy at times from John Gauze, because it almost seems like it's too easy out there.
Yeah, the only time the Gators have really been stopped is when they beat themselves. The one
time they had 3 wide open guys on that one 3-and-out that they had.
So Boogie back to throw again. This time scrambling, pressure coming, and he's just going to throw this one away on the Savage sideline.
Yeah, take it half. Smart play. I mean, what they want is for it to be 32-6 right now.
The Gators on top and in control in this one. We'll see if the Savage have some fight in them in the second half.
They have some fight, and like I said, I don't know if they're going to turn it into a fist fight, because they're definitely not here to get disrespected. But, hey, football's a long game, and they still have a full half, and as dominant as the Gators were, what did they do at the end of the first half after they went up 26-6? They started shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. So
here's Snag Sosa here to return the 3-on-1.
We will see the 3-on-1. They've had a lot of success so far, have the Gators. Sosa working down the sideline, bumps off 2 defenders, almost found his balance. Just taken down at about the 37, 38
Look
yard
at the
line.
smiles. Look at the smiles from the Savage. They're okay to stop the speed of Snag Sosa. Snag's right there. He wanted a touchdown. So they do have to get back on track here as it is 1st and 10 for the Gators to start the second half.
Ace Boogie hands off to start the half. A big hole opening up, but a really nice tackle by Quentin Bragg.
Yeah, Quentin Bragg is not the one to play with that way. And like I said, you normally are, and the Gators had a couple of times, but you normally are not going to just call a base handoff and run right up the middle against the Savage. So, you know,
that
3 yards.
That was a big-time tackle.
That was a big-time tackle because there was open field behind him, but Quentin Bragg makes sure that the Gators, they're going to have to earn it a little bit more than that in the second half so far.
There was a lot of green in front of Everton Holder if he could have broken free, but alas, it'll be 2nd and about 8.
Now, one of the plays, as you look at number 5, Mean Machine, Nick Mays, here in at tight end for the Gators, one of the plays that the Gators always get off is that dump pass to the Mean Machine after John Gauls scrambles around here. Let's see if they call to that.
They hand off once again to Holder, pushing up the middle. Going to be a nice gain, stopped at around the 47-yard line.
Isaac, number 40, Isaac Negron, you are too big of a man to be holding ankles against the Gators right now. Like, you were supposed to be the big, strong team, Isaac. You're always on Facebook showing how much you bench press. You're tackling ankles, bro? I'm sorry to call you out, but you already know. I've been hit. The reason I'm calling him out is because he's hit me hard. Why are you hitting me hard? You should tackle me by my ankles. So it'll be 3rd and short.
And this would be a huge stop for the Savage. You have to imagine if it remains around
if you're the Gators, aren't you going for it?
It would be an interesting decision. We'll see if the Savage can stop him at least on 3rd down and make him think about it. Boogie takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for the slant. Knocked away, incomplete.
I don't know.
It was close.
It looked like he caught it, but I guess the Zebras down there, they have a little bit of a better vantage point.
Is that Kenny Prelude coming in with a big hit?
Maybe. No, Kenny Prelude was number 1.
Yeah, that was number
11. We're gonna call 11 Dreads here.
That was a big hit and forced that one incomplete. It looks like the offense is going to stay out for the Gators on 4th and about 5
disrespect,
from the 47.
Yeah, a lot of disrespect.
Trying to put this one away.
But it's 4 yards, and they really haven't been stopped all
They've only stopped themselves. So here we go, 4th and 4. Boogie talking to his offensive line. And we are ready to go. Has the snap, looking to throw. Now some pressure, scrambling around. Throws one up. It looks like it was caught. It's going to be incomplete. Either way, it would have been short of the 1st down. And if you want to feel as good as the Gators have today, you need to try BioHemp Plus. For free shipping and 20% off your first order, head to biohempplus.com and use promo code A7FL. Again, that's biohempplus.com and use the promo code A7FL for 20% off your first order.
Yeah, so the Savage, they have a game plan. Whether it's 26-6, if it gets to 32-6, if it's 26-12, they're going to run the ball, Jack. And you know what? That's their game plan. And, you know, we can complain about it as we see CJ limping off to the sideline after probably calling his own play. Fitz-G has not done a terrible job. The Gators' defense is a little bit underrated, you know, because look at that bump on that man's head. Jeez. A7FL, he needs some BioHemp Plus. Oh, he's gonna definitely need some BioHemp Plus tomorrow. Maybe his dog, too, as Fitz-G drops back.
That one, well short. So we've been calling for the pass. And that one didn't look pretty.
Well, the worm that it was intended to just dropped it there. And
Fitz-G back to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to shake loose. Now throws. Has a man. It's going to be complete. Down the sideline. One man to beat to the end zone. He's knocked out of bounds around the 15.
Now, that's a play you'll normally see John Gauls, Ace Boogie, make, where he's stepping up in the pocket, avoiding the rush, dumping it off to his tight end. That's Shedrick Goodrich. I played with him back in the day for the Warriors. He's a great player, also an MMA fighter, so don't, when it gets to that point in the game, don't look for those kicks. But look, this is just good, savvy, veteran quarterback play. Dump it off to the man who's running downfield. Good block down the field from Nazir Smith, Mr. Incredible, a.k.a. Frozone. And 1st and 10 for the Savage. Now, you get a couple more plays like that strung out in a row. This could be a football game here. Now, we're talking and almost making fun of the Savage. They put 8 points on the board and make it 26-14. That's a 12-point game. Jack, if the Savage were told that they can cut this close to like 14 points at some point in this game, they'll definitely take it.
That was a huge play by Fitz-G, one of the biggest completions of the day, 35 yards on the game.
That was a 3-yard throw. Come on now.
We'll see if they can make something out of it now, 1st and 10 from the 15. Back to throw. Pressure coming. Escapes. Floats one up towards the end zone. Almost picked off, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Well, all you got to do sometimes is put the ball in the air, and the Gators right now are sick because that's a turnover. You got to catch that. But look who it is. It's Chick downfield. And now he had one-on-one coverage, and Fitz-G threw, what we'll say is more of a prayer than an actual dime. But, Jack, does it matter now? That's a championship type catch there.
Yeah. From the 10-yard line, the 2-point conversion. It's CJ looking across his body. This one knocked away, intercepted. And now
the Gators better start making some plays, though, because the Savage did not show up today to get blown out.
DK made a big play on a throw-off already. We'll see if he can replicate it here. Working up the middle, hit once, breaks free.
And that's how it started last time.
Finally taken down. Ooh, he almost broke another one, but good recovery by the Savage to get the stop.
Those are 3 defensive starters there on the 3-on-1, though. But that's how you should play it. As another Gators jersey is ripped. So the Gators hold on the conversion and hold it to the 12. But John Goss, he's got to make a play here and turn the momentum somehow back in Baltimore's favor.
The handoff inside. This one picks up about 4, not too much doing. And again, it's not that big play, that big explosive play that we've seen out of the Gators once or twice.
No, but that 5-yard run stuff for where the Gators are in the game, we're criticizing the Savage a little bit for it at times. But they're down. They're down by multiple scores. The Gators are up by multiple scores. So if they can churn the ball downfield, even though, and they got some big guys themselves, but we've been talking about the speed versus strength thing. But look for them to crisscross the running backs and give Snags the ball with his speed to the outside.
Another inside handoff pushing forward. Another nice gain. It looks like this one's going to be a yard short of the first down marker, leaving a 3rd and 1 from the 45.
Now, 2nd and 1 is a play caller's dream because you have so many options, and if you hypothetically get the incomplete on a deep pass, it's still 3rd and 1. But 3rd and 1 is still where you want the sticks to be if you're offensively calling this game, as John Gauze is for the Gators. So
and this has been 4-down territory for the Gators multiple times throughout the game.
Maybe to their detriment. Maybe they're to their detriment. So if they go for it on 4th down and don't get it, that's just a big play for the Savage. But right now, the 1st and 2nd down, they got easy 4, 5, 6-yard runs.
Ace Boogie hands off Tony Roberts again. He stopped short.
It's Quentin Bragg and Ole in the backfield.
1st down. And now the decision comes up. Do you go for it again where you haven't succeeded the last couple times, or do you throw it off, put your defense in a good position, and trust them to get a stop?
Momentum-wise, I think the smart play is to throw it off. Because right there on 3rd and 1, what did the Gators say to the Savage? We don't believe that you could stop us, and we're going to beat you. Well, guess what the Savage said in return to that statement? Okay, we know what you're going to do, and when you do what we know you're going to do, we're going to stop it. So now it's 4th and 1, and the Gators, they have the gumption to go for it. But this could be a huge play for the Savage if they somehow, as they shift around, and go with more of a wildcat here with John Gauze at wide receiver down to the bottom of the screen.
And pushing forward, I don't think they got it.
I think
it's a big stop for the Savage. And they're short. The New Jersey Savage get the football back, derailing the Gators' drive, and they will take over on the right side of midfield. Fitz-G starting off 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line, looking to cut even deeper into this Baltimore Gators lead. Takes the snap, looking to throw, floats one up, nobody near the area, and it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that's that quick pressure from the Gators, speed beating the strength. And Fitz-G, throwing off of his back foot, not sure where guys are supposed to be. It's not necessarily always the quarterback's fault when you throw to nobody, because sometimes the receivers just decide to run whatever they feel like. But regardless, it's an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 as the clock continues to roll down here in the 3rd quarter. And that's the one thing that the Baltimore Gators have going for them. And the Savage have to keep an eye on that, especially if they think they're going to run the ball again here.
The Gators really off to a slow start in this second half. I mean, the offense has not done much, giving the Savage a shot in this ball game.
Yeah, John Goss started this game 2 for 2 for like 70 yards. Since he's been 0 for 5, not been able to complete a pass.
Wow. So now it's Fitz G back in the shotgun once again. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. Lofts one up, one-on-one. It's caught near the 5-yard line. A huge reception for the Savage.
And let's first say this. When you call a pass play and you have opposite sides running posts and they end up being right next to each other, it's a bad play design. But when you complete the pass to a wide-open guy running the post in Kenny Prelu, it's just a good pitch and catch. So Fitz G, terrible play call. Why are we running double posts right to each other? But I think we got the stats on Fitz G, who's out of the game right now. He's been balling, right? After the interception for the touchdown early in the game, he's 7 for 12 with 2 touchdowns in the air.
Yes, 78 yards. The one interception, which resulted in a pick 6, but
hey, they're scoring. He's got 3 touchdowns.
And now with those 2 touchdowns, it's a +6. Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The Baltimore Gators lead the New Jersey Savage 26-12, but the Savage knocking on the doorstep, looking to build some momentum. CJ hands this one off, and it'll go for no gain. 1st and 10. Well, 1st and goal now turns to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
There hasn't been a more contested group of downs than what we see right here. The game's been easy for the Gators most of the game. It feels like the game has been 26-6 forever. And even on their last touchdown, the Savage, when Fitz G threw that touchdown, it looked like the Gators were dominating. Right now, with it 2nd and goal, this is the biggest group of downs for the Savage and the Gators, and let's see what's going to happen with these couple plays.
CJ looking to throw, floats one up, has a man, it's a touchdown, and it is a one-possession game here in Asbury Park.
These A7FL games are long, and as easy as it has been for the Gators at times, it is now a Savage-type game, and it's 26-18, and pending to see what they do, if they go for 1 or the 2 here. But here's CJ, a veteran quarterback. We said he's not meant to be out there on the 3-on-1, but guess what he can do? He can throw to open receivers if you don't cover them. And as much as the Savage have gotten themselves back in this game, you have to look at yourself if you're a Baltimore Gator and say, we have taken ourselves out of this game.
Yeah, they left an unmarked man right there. Good poise from CJ, standing in and taking the hit. Like you said, showing that veteran quarterback mentality. And now we'll see if they can convert.
And look, it wasn't even a pretty throw, but when you completely uncover a guy and let him walk into the end zone,
it doesn't have to be pretty.
On what did we say that was? That was the biggest moment in the game right now for either team.
And now they're pushing back and going for 2. CJ stays out there. They got a receiver at the bottom of the screen and one at the top. Sheik in one-on-one coverage at the top of the screen, something to look at. He's in motion. CJ takes the snap, looking to throw. Has time over the middle, it's complete.
Now that's a nice design there. You had Nazir Smith clearing it out with a little bit of a slant, and then Chick coming in the underneath in after the motion. It's a 6-point game, Jack. How is it a 6-point game, Jack?
This is unbelievable.
Hey, if you were watching and left and you come back to this, you're not gonna have any idea what happened. Because Chick right there comes across the field, and the Gators seem defeated on that extra point there.
That is just a great play design by the Savage. You kind of mentioned it. Kind of a semi-pick play on the double crossing routes and making it a game as we approach the 4th quarter.
They had 2 quarterbacks. They have playmakers making plays everywhere, but more than anything, the Gators gave up those plays. We have a ball game.
And now the throw-off. The Savage converging. This has hurt them all day long, and now it's a foot race towards the end zone. One-on-one. It's DK on a race at the 5.
Down at the 1.
Just dragged out of bounds.
But, hey, look, 3-on-1 strikes again.
Wow.
3-on-1 strikes again. Now, you had the guys out there. It looked like they had enough speed, enough tackling there for the Savage. But this is what some guys do that are successful at this. They attack one side, then they get going the other way, and then get up the field. And
just the speed.
It looks like guys are not out there to make tackles. They're there to play coverage. And you scamper up the sideline, and look, did he score? Not yet. The Savage still have a chance to get a stop at the 1. But when you get down and you're at the 1, you're doing everything that you need to do as a special teams player for your offense.
That was Tony Roberts on the big return, setting him up right on the doorstep. I can't believe Shedder Goodrich was out there for the throw-off. Probably not the best personnel out there on that one.
That's both of the big returns for the Gators have been right through there, and a Snag Sosa
cash it right
in there.
Snag Sosa has the touchdown, and the Gators answer back once again.
Backflip on cue. Now, there's not much to talk about on that play. When you only have 1 yard to go, look at the Savage's body language right there. They have fought back in this game, and the Gators have allowed them to fight back in this game to make it a game. That's how the 3-on-1 will get you, though, because if you looks like they're going for 2.
Check out a replay of the return. 99 yards is the longest play of the day. Tony Roberts, he gets the assist on this touchdown.
Well, he gets, let's give him 5 of the 6 points because he took it pretty much the entire field, and 99 yards without scoring a touchdown is as long as a scoring play, a non-scoring play as you can literally get in the A7FL. But if you're the Gators, you're looking at Tony right now, and you're hugging him. You're saying, thank you. We just drove up here from Baltimore. We are not losing this game, dominating so much, and now they're back up by 12, looking to tack more on here.
The 2-point conversion attempt. Ace Boogie flying in the air towards the goal line. The conversion is good, and the lead is back up to 14.
Now, Jack, are these two teams that are trying to beat each other, or two teams that are trying to snatch the win away from themselves? Like when you have Ace Boogie running through people and get the first hands on them are the 6 or 7 yard line, and somehow his wiry skinny body is allowed to spin for 7 yards. Not sure how you let that up.
And that was just what the doctor ordered for the Cobras. 1 play, 1 yard.
Look at that drive.
And if you're just joining us, that's the first thing you're seeing. It was a 99-yard return by Tony Roberts that got the ball all the way to the 1 and made probably the easiest touchdown run of Sosa's career.
A 1 yard punch in the A7FL when the mismatches with the 7 guys is not always easy.
It's never a guarantee.
They made it look easy.
And so here we go. The Savage need to answer right back.
And Kenny Prelude, who had a big catch on the last drive, looks to make a play on the throw-off as it goes out of bounds, and he'll have a running start. That's another big-time penalty here in this game. As you see some of the guys on the sideline for our 4 o'clock game, we got the BIC and the Animals. Jack, if I'm BIC, I'm careful right now because they've heard for our 4 o'clock game, right? They've heard for 2 weeks now how good they are, how great they are. Oh, BIC, they beat the Savage. They came back and beat the Cobras. They're getting nothing but praise right now. That's a really tough position to be in because they're pretty. Oh, here we go.
Here we go on the runoff. Prelude right into the teeth of the defense, and DK is there to take him down out around the 44-yard line. So not much doing. A pretty solid return, though.
Now let's see what FitzG has for us here. It's still 1 minute left in the third quarter. So although there's been a lot of action here in the last 5 minutes of the third quarter.
And what do you think has played the biggest factor in today's game? Which side of the ball, the offense, the defense, or the special teams? On both sides.
Look, the special teams plays are the reason that the Baltimore Gators are not losing this game right now. because as big of a special teams play as having those two huge returns, they're also keeping the special teams for the Savage from making a big play.
And so now the Savage will take over at the 44-yard line, a similar situation.
Fitz-G back at quarterback.
Yeah, similar situation to where they just scored to cut the lead. We'll see if they can do it again with just under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Fitz-G back to throw, lofts one up, has CJ, and CJ's down the left sideline. Looks like he will have enough. No, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds just short of the first down marker.
Look at 8-yard gain there. Fitz-G just dumping it off to, his throwing mate there, CJ. As the time winds down in the third quarter.
Yeah, that
Get
looks
your fours up, boys.
Looks like this one's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. So a game that looks seemingly over at halftime. A huge comeback from the Savage. It's not over just yet, as we might have one more play left in this third quarter.
Yeah, BIC's feeling themselves right now. That's a dangerous spot to be in the A7FL, especially early on in the season, as we got 2nd and 4 for the Savage.
The first play of the fourth quarter, and no play at all, actually. A penalty flag comes out, and it's going to be a false start. So the Savage, another setback, and it's just another one of those silly penalties that hurt him.
Yeah, we call them the dumb penalties. If they want to win and it's 2nd and 4, and then they give the Gators another, spot them another 5 yards, that's a real tough way to try to win this game.
Both of these teams have really been trying to beat themselves more than anything. So we'll see if Fitz-G can come up big here. 2nd down and about 8 from the 40-yard line.
Mr. Incredible at the bottom of your screen, Chick at the top of your screen. Fitz-G has the playmakers here. Let's see how he can use them.
In the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw, pressure coming, heaves one up. It's intercepted! And the Gators have a chance to take over right here, trying to return it now, so open space in front of him. He's got room. He'll be taken down at about the 27-yard line. And just like that, the momentum shifts again like a pendulum. The Gators are in control.
Stop, shop, shut them down, open up shop, right? Are we almost there? I got a DMX request for my. Now look, that's just bad football. You throw it to Nasir Smith, Troy Johnson. Troy out there, Mr. Incredible, but he's in double coverage. He didn't even see where the ball was because he was running maybe a different route. And then the Gators look to try to score on that one. That's a post route that's thrown way behind him. And yes, there was some free rushers coming in for the Gators. But Fitz-G, man, you got to make a play, man. You got to make a play.
You got to be smart with it there.
Throwing a pick there maybe isn't that big of a deal. You still got plenty of time, but
now it's
got to be close at least.
Ace Boogie fakes the handoff,
oh,
looking deep, cold-blooded. It's incomplete, and a flag comes out. That is going to be pass interference against the Savage and a huge game.
We've been affectionately calling him Judge Dreads back there at the cornerback position. Started to celebrate a little bit too early. Ooh. That was a great play action from John Gauze. A pretty good on-target throw. I thought it was pretty good coverage, but big change of momentum play there as the Zebras look to make their impact on this game with a pass interference call down the field.
And I do believe that was the right call.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
There's a lot of contact. So a huge penalty moves the Gators down the field, and it's been tough sledding. It's been tough sledding in the air for the Gators since really early on in this game. You got to hold them out of the end zone now.
But that's a way to get big yards out of your pass game is throw a ball that is catchable, and maybe you'll get the penalty called.
Yeah, you're throwing up in one-on-one coverage. That is one of the worst situations for a cornerback to be in.
Well, look at what Fitz-G did against the Gators. He basically threw a pick that ended up being a touchdown. You just got to get the ball in the air. Snags Sosa in the backfield with John Gauze still in the center.
Ace Boogie takes a snap, hands off to Sosa. He breaks free on the left side. The ball pops loose. The Gators recover, and they'll bring it inside the 15-yard line. A huge opportunity there for the Savage, and instead it ends up hurting them more than it helps them.
And Chick looks down there, number 22, who made the fumble pop out of Snaggs' hands. He almost snatched it out of the air, but then John Gauze is Johnny on the spot, catches the fumble, and then converts the rest of that run for the first down. But it looks like Chick is injured on the play. You know, he's been making his impact known. He's got the touchdown. He's got the extra point.
That is a whole lot of luck for the Gators, recovering that fumble and taking it for a first down. It looks
Jack,
like
this has been a very, very interesting game. As we bring it back to the interception, you know, number 3, Mr. Incredible, is running a post, and the ball's just behind him.
Yeah. I understand the pressure was coming, but at that point, eat the ball, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for guys just letting the ball rip out there. But credit to the Gators, they actually caught the interception there. So Fitz-G, efficient most of this game. He's almost, you know, he's around 50 to 60% completions. We'll get the official stats in a second. But those 2 turnovers, man, including the fumble, turnovers have been the difference in this game.
So now the handoff to Snaggs. Sosa working up the middle. About no gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And he is not happy about the lack of holes opening up front.
Yeah, I don't know if he's upset with himself because there was space on the outside or if he's upset with the blocking there. But good play there by the Savage defensively as the clock continues to tick down here in the fourth quarter.
Ace Boogie in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Floats one up way over the head of number 30, Devin Butcher. Incomplete. And so now third down.
Yeah, John Gauze has had a lot of plays here that he should have made maybe, that he hasn't. And it's been a tough game since the first quarter for John Gauze. But with his team up 34-20, he just has to make maybe a couple more plays here to walk out of Asbury Park with the W.
He took a solid hit there in the backfield on that throw.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how you play quarterback, man. You got to stand in the pocket. You got to throw a ball that's not sailing over your offensive player's head.
So you've been in that position a bunch. So if anybody,
well, I'm always standing back
you.
there. You know, John's able to get away sometimes.
Nice play there by number 11, knocking that one away, almost intercepted. Had to redeem himself after the pass interference that brought the ball all the way down.
Yeah, and it'll bring up fourth down. And you know, obviously you go for it here. There's no reason to try to pin them deep when you're on the 13-yard line.
Yeah, what's the difference in 13 yards?
It'd be a waste of time, but it's 4th and 9, so they can get the first down here without scoring. But for that to happen, let's be honest, Jack, the Gators have to complete a pass, and they haven't been able to do that. You know, they thought that they were going to run up the score. They had that one series where, you know, they had guys wide open on 3 consecutive plays, and Johns missed them. But, you know, that strength versus speed thing, you know, Savage has worn down the Gators here late in the game. Let's see if they have enough to bring them all the way back.
Ace Boogie back in the shotgun, evading pressure, working on the edge, floats one up. It falls incomplete, and so another turnover on downs. With 10 minutes to play, we'll see if the Savage have life.
Now, 10 minutes left in this game.
That's enough time.
If I'm the quarterback for the Savage right now, which it would have been fall for 2015, 2016, I would love this because I have 10 minutes that I got to score 14 points. I think I can do that. I think I can do that with the playmakers that I have on the sideline for me. I got Chick if he's not still injured. I got Q Bell, who we saw how great he can catch. But Fitz-G, he can't be throwing the ball to the other team. That's for sure.
And so now Fitz-G and the Savage will take over 1st and 10 inside the 20. Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. We got another good game at 4 o'clock. BIC and the Silk City Animals, but we got to finish this one out first. 9.5 minutes to play in the fourth.
A lot of football left to play here.
The Savage looking to complete the second half comeback. Fitz-G in the shotgun. Running back to his left, he hands this one off. And that one goes for a very short game, maybe 1 or 2.
Now, I'm obviously biased, Jack, but I'm going to ask you the question here. Is that a confident play call from your quarterback to hand the ball off on 1st and 10 when you just got a great change of possession? There's 10 minutes left in the game. You got Mr. Incredible out there. You got Kenny Prelude. You got speed. Are you confident calling a just straight dive right in the middle of the defense with the Twins left? No.
Especially with the situation. That takes another 20 seconds off the clock. You gain 2 yards. You just can't do that if you want to win the game here.
Now, if you look at the type of defense the Gators are playing, Jack, look at the middle of the field. The only person right now in the middle of the field to cover any kind of post or any kind of deep middle route is the zebra, the referee.
Yeah.
There is nobody in the middle of the field covering against maybe Mr. Incredible running a post right now.
Fitz-G back to throw. This time looking over the middle. It's complete. That'll be enough for a first down, it looks like.
Now it's a slant, so that's right to the middle of the field. And look, that's there all day. If I'm Savage right now and I'm not attacking the middle of the field right now with the speed that I have, because the Gators right now, the way that they're playing defense is they're saying we're going to get to Fitz-G before he can throw the ball. And right now, if you're Fitz-G and you can throw the ball, look at the timing on this one. It's a little bit of a slow-mo here, but we got a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. They're not going to sack him with 3 Mississippi right there, and it's pretty much a 3rd and inches for the Savage offense if the easy pitch and catch to Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, and he's been pretty solid too, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be throwing the ball more.
Except for those 2 picks.
Yeah, but you got to have a short memory on that. Hands off here, up the middle. Another short gain. Surprising.
Now third and 1, if your offense knows that they're going to convert it, get the first down.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
If you want an official A7FL football or you want to rep your favorite team, the official A7FL merch store is now open and we've got you covered. For 2021, we've partnered with Augusta Sportswear, the official uniform supplier of the A7FL, so you can get your American Sevens fan gear now at a7fl.com/gear. Again, that's a7fl.com/gear. Some really sweet stuff in there. Definitely check it out. I got to see if they can customize the Corey Hammond jersey in the store.
Well, they got that Iceman symbol on there. And you see Fitz-G's out at quarterback. They put CJ back in. Let's see what he's got.
CJ looking over the middle, knocked away, incomplete, and that's DK again. He's had a big impact on this one.
All sides of the ball. Offense, defense, change of possession. Now, who is calling the personnel right now for the Savage? Because if you look at right now on the sideline, Fitz-G is really upset that he's not in at quarterback. And this isn't fair for CJ, who's in at quarterback right now, who's basically been a guy, throughout this whole season. He's either been splitting time like he is today with Fitz-G or Rashad Knight in the first 2 games. Quarterbacks need to be in a rhythm. It's not just like a plug-and-play Madden, like, oh, we're going to go with the QB2 and he's got throwing power 91 and we're going to put him in, right? That's not how it works. So, again, you see the defense for the Gators has 0 guys in the middle of the field to guard that, and a toss to Big Hayes Carter.
And I don't even think that they ever got Fitz-G in a rhythm, to be completely honest with you.
Look, he's been effective at times, Fitz-G. And when you look at efficiency, I think he's 9 for 15 so far in a game. That's relatively efficient at quarterback, but I think there's either a level of confidence that the team doesn't have in Fitz-G with the 2 picks, especially the one bad one that when they were driving the ball and he threw it behind Mr. Incredible. Because CJ does have the touchdown pass when he came in, but after a first down where it's an incomplete pass, and a second down where it's a middling run, it'll be 3rd and 5 for CJ under center.
CJ looking to throw down the right sideline. It floats back. The catch is made out near midfield.
And that man is incredible. That's Mr. Incredible.
Not a perfect throw, but it ends up working out for the Savage.
That's that. He'll say it's a back shoulder throw, but it was just underthrown, and Troy can adjust and get the ball.
Yeah, if you love what you're watching, you want to keep it going all week long, join A7FL Nation on social media and get in on the action. Highlights, big hits, player profiles, they're all there. Did we mention the highlights? So like and follow the A7FL on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Definitely not going to want to miss the highlights of this week as CJ hands it off inside. Now working towards the edge. Almost found a little bit of room, but a shoestring tackle.
Yeah, they fake the jet to Mr. Incredible, and then they knife up the middle with just a regular HB run. But look at the Savage. They're moving the ball, second and short. CJ in a quarterback.
And so we'll have to see if they end up changing the game plan. They're under 4
Fitz-G
minutes
back
to
in
play
a quarterback. Maybe just needed a breather. You know, these two back in 2014 would split time for BIC, the team we're watching up next game, excuse me.
And so now it is Fitz-G back out there in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. Pressure's coming. He evades it at first, and now he's taken down.
Wow. Folded like a cheap card table there. Snags, who's normally a running back, is coming in full speed from the defensive end position. And look, if you throw this back to replay, look what Fitz-G's been doing all game, Jack. He's lining up 6, almost 7 yards. Now, the law in A7FL is 5 yards, but if you go back to that replay, if we ever do get a chance, Fitz-G starts his snap 6 or 7 yards back because he's really worried about the speed rush from the Gators.
And here it is.
And then he makes the deft move to start, but then Brett Favre's it, the Michael Strahan, the Michael Strahan record breaker, and Fitz-G is sacked by the Worms for it'll be 3rd and almost forever as they take Fitz-G back out and CJ's in back at quarterback.
CJ in the shotgun, looking to throw, floats one up, has a man, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Really nice play defensively by Jason Gosnell.
Now, at least the ball was delivered on target in a spot where the wide receiver could have caught it, but a great defensive play by the Gators is going to bring up 4th and forever. And if you're a Gators fan with 2 minutes and ticking, the Savage are just not looking like they have what it takes to get those 2 scores on the board. But it's been a long, weird game, Jack. Anything can still happen.
Yeah, the 2-minute warning. Still a 14-point deficit for the Savage. Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey, as the Gators look to put the finishing touches on this one and secure the victory after a long travel up to New Jersey.
Still got 2 minutes left.
CJ in at quarterback, floats one over the middle. This one's complete to Prelude.
And a first down. They got to hurry up, though.
Yeah.
You just look at the body language for the Savages is the body language that they don't necessarily think that they can win this game. They're getting ready for the 4 o'clock game, Jack. What's the 4 o'clock game?
Yeah, the 4 o'clock game, BIC and the Silk City Animals. Should be an interesting one. The Animals sitting at 0-2, but I hear there's some changes in the lineup, so that'll be a good one. Stay tuned for the postgame. We'll preview that one. CJ's pass batted away over the middle, incomplete.
And the clock should stop there as it looks like it's still ticking away, but there is a flag on the play. Cheap yards maybe for the Savage, as the 1st and 10 pass does get knocked away.
But it just
looks like it'll be against the Gators, and they will get the benefit of moving the ball again. Not sure if it's still going to be an on-the-ball foul, so it might not move the chains. Although, no, it looks like they are moving the chains. So it'll be 1st and 10.
But it looks like time is going to run out here on the Savage. I mean, they are working hard to move down the field. If it was a one-possession
game. If they score now, they have enough timeouts to get the ball back, hypothetically.
Yeah, you got to get
now,
3 and out. So
can
now
they score?
in the gun, floats one up. Incomplete. That one came out short, and they're going to throw a flag, presumably pass interference, and I can't believe the flag came out on that.
Look, that was, we talk about ducks. That was Daffy. That was Donald. That was not a good throw. But what it did is it forced the defender to turn around and locate the ball. And because it was one of those potentially underthrown balls, he does Chick is allowing the ref to call the game there for him, the penalty there for him. Chick did get his legs, taken maybe out from underneath him by his own legs.
I just wonder how catchable that ball was.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't fall down, he might have a chance to come back. It looked like it may have been almost a little bit of a push-off from the corner out there, but it'll be what it'll be, and it's 1st and goal for the Savage with a chance to make this game relatively interesting. The Savage, I believe, have 3 timeouts. and a chance to score here.
The handoff to the right side.
That was the worst possible play. That was the worst possible play call because
now
Chick,
time ticks off.
Look, Chick has speed. Maybe not the same speed he did Amir Morris when he was more Amir Morris than he is Chick, but now the clock's just running, and you needed those 15 seconds, and they're going to lose them. They're going to lose all 15 of those seconds as they struggle here to even get a play call, as CJ looked like he was even going to go off the sideline. Shedrick Goodridge is not the quarterback. He gives the ball back to CJ, and it'll be 2nd and goal as the clock ticks under 40.
We'll see if they can punch it in. CJ back in the shotgun, looking to throw, has a man. It's incomplete.
He had Chick early on the out on the bottom of your screen.
At least the clock stops on that one with 31 seconds to go. But now you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
You don't have enough time. Even with the 3 timeouts,
if
you don't have enough time.
And try and get 3 stops, maybe you could get it down to a throw-off.
Look, you look at the Gators sideline, and as happy and as go-lucky as they were not too long ago, 26-6, they're even more happy right now as
CJ
the ball is just
airmailed.
Yeah. Look, the Gators came up here and they won. But I will say this. I do not leave this game knowing how good Savage is or how good the Gators are because of the amount of mistakes on both sides of the ball. But that's just what you got to do. Both of these teams are making mistakes, and the other team, when those things were happening, are capitalizing. So give credit to Baltimore, whose speed was able to make the plays on special teams and on the defense to get the extra points that they needed to make sure that they came out of here with a W. Because with 27 seconds left, even though Savage have the 2 timeouts and they might be able to make something happen, we've seen some weird stuff today, Jack. This is a weird game. I don't know if they have enough to get 15 points and walk out of here with the W.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing. I mean, they still have to punch this in on 4th and goal and then need a miracle-type situation to get the ball back. But it'll be CJ in the shotgun looking to tack one on here.
I mean, CJ's here to get the touchdown.
Receivers at the top and bottom of the screen. He's back to throw. Pressure coming. Floats this one off to Goodridge, and he's in for the touchdown.
Okay. So let's do what we have to here. Eventually, the clock's going to stop, and it's going to be about 20 seconds, right? The throw-off is an untimed down, right? I'm 99% sure. I mean, I'm never involved with either the throw or the return. But first, what the Savage have to do is they have to convert at least 1 point. Maybe just get the 2 now, because then they can get it out of the way.
Yeah, they execute.
But they have to get the 2. Look, they're going for 2, and they have 3 timeouts. So that means if they get 3 quick stops, that might force a walk-off.
Yeah, it would have
3
to be a
on
walk-off
1
throw-off.
But let's be honest, wasting all that time when they were down here with like 50 seconds left, wasting all that time
It was
on
like
that
a
jet.
minute and 20 seconds.
Wasting the time on the jet means that the Gators, even if they get the 3 stops, even if it's 4th down and they got to throw it off, they could just throw it high enough in the air that the clock ticks down. As CJ drops back.
Oh, and the ball's punched loose, so
Now,
it'll be incomplete. Now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion after getting 3 stops.
For the tie, which BIC and the Animals would be really upset about somehow if that were to happen. But look, the Savage came in here, and it was all about bouncing back from the BIC loss. They got punched in the mouth really early, and they fought back. But there's no moral victories here, Jack. Right now, if things stand and go as we would maybe assume for them to go, the Savage, who walked into this New Jersey season, New Jersey division, thinking that they would at least be the 3rd or the 4th seed. Right now, out of 7 teams, I think they're 6 or 5, and they got a really long shot look.
They fall to 1 and 2
playoffs
on the season as the Gators escape New Jersey with a 34-26 victory. It looked like they were going to dominate this one early on with a 26-6 lead. The Savage came back, it took the punch and answered.
Look, they knew they were on Fight TV. They didn't want to disappoint our sponsors and the fans watching at home. But at the same time, they didn't bring what they needed to do, which was a couple more executed plays, a couple more on-time throws. Give credit to the Gators because their team speed showed up today. It was a great win for Baltimore. They're first in this A7FL season up here in Jersey.
Yeah, and definitely not the prettiest win they'll ever have, but sometimes you got to win ugly.
You got to win. period. And the Gators right now are undefeated. And as far as the playoffs look, they're 3-0, and they're doing what they need to do. On the other side for the Savage, they're 1-2 and got a long climb if they want to get back into the playoff race.
I'm Jack Bartek alongside Corey Hammond. We just had a great Game 1 here at Asbury Park Stadium. Game 2 coming up. BIC and the Silk City Animals. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to take a quick break here on Fight, but stay tuned for game number 2.
This has been a broadcast of the American Sevens Football League. Like, follow, and share on our Facebook page at A7FL TV.